If you're a coach and you want to learn how to scale on LinkedIn and make over £10,000 a month, I'm going to show you exactly how we've done that in our own fitness business, where we've generated over 7 figures just on the platform LinkedIn. And this is charging premium prices, targeting executives. If you don't know who I am, my name is Charlie Johnson. I've sold over $50 million of programs online in the fitness industry. And my job is to help you become educated in terms of how you can scale your fitness business so you're not poor. Now, this is one of the big platforms that no one looks at. And this is the sleeping giant in the industry right now. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why you need to be taking this seriously and why this is something you can add into your business and the exact metrics you need to be looking at in terms of how to make 10 to 12K a month. Now, if we break down some very simple KPIs, this is the minimum we would expect when we work with our clients. And one of the key things we help clients with is understanding what actually is possible. So one of the reasons this platform absolutely crushes, if we look at like why this is hot, the first thing is that this thing actually has wild amounts of organic reach. A great example of this is on screen right now, and this is some of the impressions that some of our clients are getting in terms of posts for free. Now, why this is powerful, if we talk about why LinkedIn, if you're getting hundreds of thousands of impressions and the average user earns $100,000 per year, that's incredibly powerful. The third part of this is, on this platform, you can actually sell higher prices. Now, one of the biggest lies that people don't understand is that people are price sensitive. So people think that people are price sensitive in terms of if you charge less, people are more inclined to buy. The reality is actually the opposite works the other way around. The more expensive something is, if someone has money, they're more inclined to buy it. Do I want to buy the cheapest medical care? No. Do I want to buy the cheapest personal trainer or online coach? No. What's the most valuable thing to me in my life if I have money? My health, my aesthetics, the way maybe I look, the presence I have, the confidence I have as a man. So what do I actually want to charge? What do I want to pay is the most, because I am going to presume the value is in the price of what I'm paying. So if something's more expensive, it's going to be a higher level of service, which is why on LinkedIn, the minimum we look for anyone to sell is a $3,000 program, minimum. We've personally sold programs all the way up to $22,000 on this platform. Now, if we look at what's hot before I come into the metrics of exactly how you can do this, with LinkedIn, what's working right now is videos. Videos are absolutely crushing. If we look at what's not working right now, hashtags are out, absolutely terrible. You don't want to be using that. The second thing you want to make sure you're not using is really poor copy. Now, it is easier than ever before to write banger copy when it comes to LinkedIn and all these platforms. So one of these softwares you want to use for AI is called Claude.ai. And when it comes to LinkedIn, the type of people you're speaking to, you want to make sure that you're using things that are actually going to push their pain points. So we want to talk about dopamine, you want to talk about stress, you want to talk about insomnia, you want to talk about digestive issues, you want to talk about low testosterone, low sex drive, lack of confidence. These are all things that are going to resonate with men. And I'll give you an example. I remember the days of when I used to run my fitness business from the shed in my garden. I remember taking a sales call with a guy who was from Texas. And what triggered him was I put a post up with a caption talking about dopamine addiction and alcohol addiction and how fitness is a way to solve that. That's the reason he bought the program and signed up with us, is a way to actually solve his problem in terms of drinking. So this is where if you have good copy that resonates with people's pain points, it will absolutely crush. So if you put that good copy in long captions where people read, what do social media platforms do? If someone's spending a long time on a post, they push it out, so we get more impressions. The third thing that also then happens, if the caption's good, people are likely to comment. What happens when people comment on your videos? You get more engagement. It pushes out to more people. Because the reason LinkedIn is beautiful, we actually have organic reach. It's a bit like IG in the good old days, where people would comment on your posts, and if I commented on someone else's post, that would actually get shown to my audience because I'd engage with it. This is exactly what happens on LinkedIn. So if you get someone, for example, who's got a big account on LinkedIn, and they comment on some of your stuff, that's really going to push it out in terms of your audience. The next thing we want to talk about is taking conversations into something very powerful. We mentioned here why LinkedIn crushes, because you can get impressions and you can get lots of organic reach. If we can get organic reach and we can get average user earn $100,000 per year, and all these people are viewing our profiles for free because of the good copy we're putting out with videos, long captions, we're getting comments, what do you think it would make sense to do? Well, on LinkedIn, one of the things you can actually do is you can look at profile visitors. So if someone clicks on my profile, I can see who's clicked on it. Then what do you think is probably a smart move to do? If I'm a fitness coach, someone's clicked on my profile because they've seen a piece of my content, they're probably interested in getting in shape. So then we start a conversation with Messaging. And that's essentially part of the game of how simple this is and how this is such an easy platform to scale. And this is one of the reasons why this is so effective, is because it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And what I would say to you in terms of if the platform is for you is on a couple of different things. So this platform for you, if you want to target executive clients and you want to charge, and you want to work with professionals and you want to work with corporate people and you want to work with high-level individuals, this is your platform. And a tip that I would give you from one of our coaches made a mistake with is calling one of his clients, "Hey dude." The language you use on this platform is very important, which is why when you're doing these conversations, you can't have shitty call setters or poor quality call setters who look like they should be on a no-fly list and they're from a third world country. Because the reality is this, these people are going to be speaking to the most intelligent people in the world. So they have to be able to have a conversation and really understand the dialogue and also the cultural fit. So if you have someone who's going to be setting conversations for you, I'd personally recommend it's yourself to begin with, that they can do that at a high level. The next thing you want to be looking at is charging high ticket prices. Because I spoke about earlier that people who have money want to spend money. If your program is $300 per month, they are not interested. If you tell them it's $7,500, they're like, whoa, Charlie's program must be good. The price is high, right? I have a $200,000 Ferrari. Does that get me to the gym any quicker than the $20,000 Renault Clio? I don't know how much a Renault Clio is, but say it's $20,000. No. But the perception in value is different and the way you feel because the things are priced differently, although it does the same job. So the reality is you need to charge higher ticket prices, and also why LinkedIn is for you if you want a time efficient business. So if you want a business where you can have high profit margins, people who pay you a lot, and you're not dealing with brokies who are going to ask you stupid questions in terms of like, how do I use MyFitnessPal? I ate an extra 3 grams of rice today. What do I do? These people are going to be busy. They're just going to want very clear strategic advice and guidance. They will then go and execute like they have in every other area of their life. Now, how do we get this to work for you to make $12,000 a month or £10,000 a month? These are the KPIs we look for every profile we have with clients we work with in our mastermind 7-figure scaling systems. And this is what you should be doing per week. We look for you to book 6 calls. Would I say that is unrealistic if you get hundreds of thousands of impressions? No, very easy. So we book 6 calls. Let's say out of those 6 calls, only 50% show up. So that's 3. I would say it's realistic because we're dealing with the busiest people in the world. So the schedules tend to be a bit chaotic and sometimes they have to reschedule when they don't show up. So let's say half show. Now, let's say we get 3 people show up in sales calls. I would say for you to close, 1 in 3 is very realistic. And let's say that price point is $3,000. That then means we're going to be making $12,000 per month, which is roughly £10,000. And this is the base mass in terms of how you can scale your business using LinkedIn and add an extra $144,000 per year to your business. So if you are not using this platform right now, you must hate money. And that's where I'd invite you, if you want help in terms of how to implement these strategies and do this successfully like we have in our own 7-figure fitness business, and we have in hundreds of other clients' businesses in 7-figure scaling systems. If you hit the link below this video, you can book in a free call with us. We'll look at what you're currently doing, what you should be doing, and if we think this is a platform you should be using, and if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can then walk you through in terms of how you can scale this up. And then if you want to make more than 10K per month, which if you're watching my YouTube channel, you probably do you know what you then do? You just get more profiles. So at one point we had, I think, 14 LinkedIn profiles, and don't tell anyone this. There's actually a way you can get loads of profiles on AI, which is one of the things we teach our clients as well. So if you want help in terms of how to scale this to the best people in the world, charge premium prices, hit the link below this video. If you took some value from this, drop some questions in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and see you in the next video very soon.